Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. You amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. And it's Friday. That's it. Thank Crunchy, it's Friday. What a week it's been. Now, I'm doing this video. This is video one of possibly two. But I'm doing it because I know not everyone can view lives. I haven't got time, haven't got the patience, and I don't blame you, I don't either. So I said I would do a bit of a sum up, if you like. You're looking absolutely amazing, by the way. And you've lasted the entire week. Well done, you. So what was the live talking about? There's basically been a new documentary come out. This new documentary is from the UK. I was reached out to. They reached out to me, and I said in the nicest possible way to fuck off. I didn't want to be any part of it. I saw the car crash that was the Drunk Turkey show, and when they got involved in this sort of thing, and no, it's not for me. But look, the main focus of this was about how social media, channels like mine, channels like JLR, channels, all of the channels that cover true crime, the impact that they have. JLR, he had quite a big part in it. They kind of followed him around and was kind of seeing why he does content. And, it's a difficult one because obviously I see it from this side of the fence. And I know what a lot of people think. They think that this is about making money off the back end of tragedy. But the downside is every single thing that is purchased from someone by someone, that purchase, that product is an exploitation of something. The cost of living crisis is only a cost of living crisis because we require things, or we have been changed to believe that certain things we need, and we need to pay a specific price. The people have lost their voice to turn around and say, hold on a second, why are we allowing ourselves to be ripped off? But ultimately, look, this is about talking about crimes that have happened to people, and there are real people around these cases. It's not a game of Cluedo. We get that. And the thing what annoyed me about this program was it's as if they think that the people who do these channels, the people like myself who talk about them, that all we think about is money, and we think about, getting some payback from it. And don't get me wrong, this is a job for a lot of content creators. So creating content is a source of income. It is something that brings money, and the donation and dedication of time to the platform should ultimately be rewarded. Nobody goes to work to do a job to do that for free, to offer their time away from their family, from their friends, from their children, just for shits and giggles. Do you know what I mean? But it ain't about... we don't wake up in the morning and turn around and say, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some money off the back end of some dead people, and it's like that. It's almost like trying to push that there's a callous nature behind it, and it isn't that. People do genuinely care about the victims. People do genuinely care about truth and justice. And there was a segment in this where it was talking about JLR, or talking to JLR, it was talking about, why do you do it? Why do you do the content that you do? When you think that there's people, is there a point to it, kind of thing? And it was, yes, there is a point to it. There is a point to it, because we have been shown time and time again that the system that's in place to do this job simply doesn't do it. You can call on the police and say that you have been threatened, or you feel, how can I say, you feel in danger. And the police will try and talk themselves out of coming out and seeing that you're okay. It's almost like you have to be dead in order for the police to come and do anything. We've also seen vast cases where the police have actually been the instigators of the issue. Not all the time, and like I say, there are some fantastic cops, there's some fantastic law enforcement agencies, and there are some fantastic pieces of work done by them. But as a whole, can the system be trusted to just allow them to do everything and to step back and say no? Because what's happening is this is a social media revolution. This is the way that the world is going. AI technology, internet technology, living and lives online. This is the new norm. This is the new normality. And look, we might not be able to solve cases. We might not be able to. But what this is going to do is going to act as a deterrent to some, not all, but some would-be criminals who think to themselves, if I do something, it isn't just the police force that's going to be after me. It isn't just Bill and Bob from the little police station down the road. This could go viral, and I'm going to have literally hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people on my arse. And look, JLR also said some points, and he was talking about the people who don't say anything. They shut the social media off. They hide away. And it was like, sometimes that is the bad thing to do. Because these people, they live on social media. They have lives on social media, and then something happened, like in the Idaho 4 case, and then all of a sudden everyone goes quiet. Everybody fucking vanishes. And that's what makes people look strange. If there is transparency, if there is an openness, if there is, and I know people might turn around and say, well, they don't owe people anything, but this is what happens when people are not transparent. The rumour mill starts. The rumour mill of the Idaho 4 case started because the case hit the ground running, and nobody in authority has taken a bull by the horns and said, look, this is what's happening, this is why. And JB Gunner says it all the time. He says, look, the public aren't, they're not entitled to the information, which he's right. But the flip side of that coin is we don't live 20, 30 years ago. We live in now, and people are entitled. And what I mean by that is their entitlement, what they feel they're entitled to is heightened by the fact that the internet exists and the access exists. So yes, people aren't entitled to it, but because they feel they should have it because of this conduit to it, when it's not forthcoming, they will fill in the blanks. And that isn't going to go anywhere. But basically, this entire program was about making people see that people around these cases, their lives are affected by social media and the web sleuths and the people who talk about it. The downside is there is no escaping that. There is no escaping that now, and this is only going to get worse. It's about learning how to live in a world where social media is rife. And I personally feel that the only way to deal with social media is absolute and utter transparency. And that's the route we are going, where people are going to start demanding transparency in everything. If you don't fucking tell us what's going on, and we don't know what's going on, then we will continue to fill in the gaps. We will fill in the blanks. We will try and find out the information ourselves. And what you're basically doing, you are telling people who are not skilled, who are not educated enough to do the legwork and do the things that need to be done in order to get the answers. You're giving them carte blanche to do so because you're not going to give them the information. And I'm not saying that's the right way to be or the right way that the world should be. But that's the way the world is now. People want to know. People feel that they have to know. We have this innate desire to know everything and want to know immediately. And that was a statement that was made in there, and that's absolutely right. As long as there are people who wish to consume and to learn and to share how they feel in cases like this, there will be a need for content creators to provide the content that feeds that. But it is worth every now and again to step back and consider that there are real people at the end of this. And maybe it's about time that the True Crime Nation channels like this, mine even, tries to help these people navigate their lives after these tragedies happen, to try and make them understand why things go the way that they go and how they can better accommodate the world that they live in so it doesn't... The negativity around them doesn't grow exponentially if they do the wrong thing. It's about teaching people how to navigate, because people are going to have to learn to navigate this new world, because it ain't going anywhere. Like I say, it's going to get worse. But anyway, stay amazing, and I'll catch you all in the next one.